So let's start with the first topic using comments. How the comments are used in Python. So comments help us to so first let's see what are comments. The comments lets helps us to explain our code and make it more readable. In Python we use the hash symbol for the single line comments. As I have provided you example here, you can see this is a single line comment. Okay, we have printed something and now then we use the hash symbol, and so this code will not be executed. This line na, this prints a message. This is not going to be executed. Okay. So comments are ignored by Python when your program runs. Use them generously to make code understandable. So why we use them if they are not executing? To make it more understandable to the users. So the next one is executing commands. Okay, for this also I have provided you an example that how the commands are executed in Python. Okay. Python code can be executed in different ways. If you are in an interactive cell like IDLE or Jupyter notebook, type your commands directly. Alternatively, save your code in .py file and run it from your internal or an IDE like VS Code. Both methods get the same job only. Okay, so in Python, you can see here print executing Python code. I have put the comment, run this in your Python environment. The next one is importing package. So what does it means for importing package, and why do we need to import a package? So Python's real power comes from its libraries. Use the import keyword to include them in your project. For example, let's calculate the square root of 16. I have provided you example to calculate the square root of 16, as you can see here. So for calculating the square root, as it is a math, it is provided in the math library. Okay, so we have to import the math library from the library. So we have imported and then printed the square root. So this is a function of the math library sqrt and the number for which you want to get the output for the square root, and you can see here output is 4. So next one is getting data into Python. So how the data is getted inside Python. Python makes it easy to work with data from various sources. Let's read the data from a CSV file using Pandas library. See the example here. Import pandas as PD. So we have imported the panda as PD. The generally I had given you the name for using. This is a bigger name, so we can use as a reference PD. Now we can use PD, that means similar to the pandas. So data is a variable. I have put it value PD.read. So it is a math function for the CSV files. Okay, and for printing this data, we use data.head. So the data will be printed here. Okay, the next one is saving output. How the output of the program is saved into the program files. Okay, if you want to save result from your program, Python's file handling capabilities make it simple. Yes, you can see the example. It is very much simple in Python to save the output. See, output is a variable here, and we have put it string here. This is a saved message. Okay, with open output dot text. W is a generally in the write mode. We are using for it as file. File dot write output. So the everything in the output variable will be saved to the file. So this is the function here. Now, next one is accessing records and variables. How, as the data is saved, now we want to access that data. Then how can we get access that? So finally, let's talk about working with records and variables. So that is only how to access the data and record the data that is saved inside the memory or the variables that are recorded. So you can use variables from data storage and dictionaries or list for managing records. Not understand na? Let's see how. Using the example, let's see. So using variables, I have put it just a comment and a variable. Name is a variable here. I have put it a string here, name Alice. And I have printed hello name. The name means this name, the name which the variable is holding will be printed here. So we can access like this, the name of the variable which is holding the data, and we can get it simply. Accessing, and for accessing some records, we can use like this record. Record is a keyword here, and we have put in name, alias, age. So this is generally a data. And if you want to access this, only the name, this variable only, or this data, singular data from the record. So we can use the record variable which is holding all the data, and the output that we want to get, the name, that will be printed by this. So it is very much easy to get access of the data or the structures, then flexible. And let's wrap up on the basis of Python coding, from comments to saving output. You have now got the tools to start coding confidently. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Python tutorials. Thank you.